Hey, this is Ben Solomon, and welcome to this episode of the Techno Leadership Show. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about some aspects of finance and budgets and how to optimize it for maximum effectiveness. Ultimately, no matter what sort of company you're working in, there are budgets. There are certain limits to which we've got to stick to. But having a good relationship with the financial controller, CFO of the organization helps us set a good budget to meet the expectations of the organization, to meet requirements like legislative requirements, governance requirements, security requirements, all aspects of things that we've got to consider being in the technology space. Because being a very digital oriented world, a lot of our data, everything needs to be secured. Our customers, our clients give us data and expect us to protect that data very well. So which means we need to put priority on managing risks, making sure that we have the right cyber safety in place, as well as training and support for other staff. The non-technical staff need to have an understanding of cybersecurity, whether that's email security like phishing and other styles of things, or basic understanding of how to use the tools of the trade, i.e. a computer, the operating system of the computer, the basic aspects of it, how to be able to do small troubleshooting so that they can get unstuck and get moving without having to wait for the help desk support to come and help them out. Again, it's a productivity versus convenience sort of perspective. If they are able to fix some small issues, their productivity is not impacted. Yes, it's probably convenient for them to have the tech person to come and do the job for them, but it means it is at the cost of productivity for them. So these are things like we have to look at a holistic picture of what is the business doing, what are the customers of the business expecting, and what are the various employees in the business doing, and what kind of technology access they need, what kind of support they need, and then making sure we optimize for effectiveness of everyone. So when you optimize for effectiveness, yes, you might need a bit more money than when you're optimizing for efficiency. But ultimately being effective means that the business is then put in a position that it can continue to grow. And growth is what any business is looking for to be able to stay competitive in the marketplace. And you cannot grow by just slashing costs. By slashing costs, we end up in situations where cybersecurity is neglected. We end up in situations where there's not enough time and space for employees to be given training and support. There's not enough support for the technology teams to be able to provide tech support. All of this then leads to a mass of chaos that ultimately means the business can't be effective in the marketplace and serve the customers in the most effective way, which means these customers are going to go to a business that can serve them more effectively, and thereby you lose business. You can't grow by shrinking. That's a thing you've got to think of. And CFOs and financial controllers don't always think about it in this way. They have a tendency to think that putting money into technology is being wasted. Well, maybe 20, 30 years ago it might have been the case, but today with everything being digital and everything being computer based for the running of the business, it is a very important foundational aspect of any business out there. Even businesses that traditionally don't need all the technology and the computing in there, these days when interacting, at least the interaction with customer part of things takes place with the use of computer technology. So software, hardware, support services, all of these are critical. And yes, it might take a bit more money, but ultimately it helps in making more money, making sure that your customer's experience is great. And when your customer's experience is great, they keep coming back to your business to do more business, and thereby everyone is happy. So hopefully that helps you out. It's the whole thing of optimizing for effectiveness is the most important thing. And as tech managers, professionals, when we manage aspects of our budget, yes, we need to understand what the limit is, and then from there work with your managers, your executives, to ensure what are the priorities, and based on those priorities find ways to effectively allocate the money that is available to get the right systems, right people, right software and everything put into place to give that effectiveness. And where the CFO and the CEOs and other execs don't understand, don't allocate enough money, that's when you need to put in a strong business case showing them the impact, not just the first order impact. The problem that happens is we generally tend to give others a picture of the first order impact, but the first order impact is just the starting point. The second, third, fourth, fifth order consequences are gonna be much worse and may not be visible for a long time, but when it hits, it'll be too late to fix. So work with that in mind. Make sure your CEOs, CFOs and others understand the long-term impact of cutting corners and cutting costs. Hopefully that helps you out. I wish you all the best in your journey as a tech professional, manager and leader. If you like this episode, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button so that you're notified of future episodes as they're released. If you have any other questions that you'd like me to cover in the future, please let me know in the comment section below. Look forward to talking to you in a future episode. Take care.